Alright guys, welcome back to Paint Collectibles. So this, I'm very excited to look at. This is one of those anime ultra rares. This is one of the two pieces that I got from my good buddy Mike Cast, and he was getting out of Ryu Studio, and we worked it out, and I got to pick these two pieces up from him that have been long gone. You're never going to find them, not for a reasonable price, so very excited. This is Ryu Studio Gaara from Shippuden. Now there's plenty of Gaaras out of the market. There's Sume, there's Hex, which is a very good one. There's Jame, and there's this one. And honestly, I think it's down to Hex and this one for me. You can't go wrong with either one. But this thing is a beautiful piece. We'll see it in the unboxing. The silhouette is bang on. It's just really cool, everything. So anyway guys, I'm really excited to look at this piece. Let's get to it.
Alright guys, here we have Gaara, which is a very, very thick box, so it's a little bit annoying in that sense, but it is a beautiful piece, so let's take a look. Now, Gaara has got a thicker packet, and that is because you get certificate of authenticity. This is number 789 of 999. Okay. This is a nice little embossed Ryu over here. Really cool. And you also get an assembly book. And this is quality cardstock, similar to how XM used to do theirs. So very, very nice. Thankfully not too many pieces. Oh yeah. Gorgeous, man, gorgeous. And here we have the top layer, so we're just going to do this. Alright, so this is a top layer unwrap. Those are some of the small effect pieces. I just unwrapped one Tanuki piece, his hands, his cloaks, and the body. This is bigger than 1/6. This almost, yeah, this feels a lot bigger than 1/6. This almost feels like 1/5. Either that or he's a tall guy. But look at the detail quality. You've got these little rings. His outfit textured really well. All the, you can even see his zipper and the paint effect. Portrait is exceptionally well done. The hand sticking out and his sand that controls this one-tailed beast. This is some high quality shit right here, guys. You know, I'm glad I got this instead of the Hex Gaara, because Hex Gaara is 1/8 and I always rather have a big ass body. So this is awesome. Yeah, there's really nothing to say except that's a base and that's a we'll look at that guy. Hang on. Alright, this is the One Tail's hand. Look at the monstrosity and insanity. It is painted and sculpted very well. Look at this shit, man. Gradation from the grays to the claws. I mean, now I think okay, so the softbox is blowing out, making this a little bit white. There's really a lot more orange and orangey brown, kind of like how Clayface is supposed to look like. That's what that color is. Thankfully this is actually not very heavy at all, but sculpt is really good. I think paint wise is a little flat. The Tanuki hand, it's flat. It could have been better. There's texture, so it looks like rock, but it does feel like a little bit flat. I mean, it's still beautiful. I mean, look at how big this damn thing is. It's like a fucking bear paw in your fucking face. Jesus, this is awesome. Alright, so the only thing left is the monster of the base, and I'm not dealing with this. We are going to do this on the assembly table. Let's get to it.
Alright guys, we're going to put Gaara together. This is actually a very heavy base for what it is. I mean, it's very heavy, Jesus Christ. Mine is number 7999. It's a very beautiful base. I love the Shukaku texture over here and everything that they've done with this. Now there are these spikes. They're supposed to go in between the hands somehow. Okay, so there are these spikes that are going to key in here somehow. With that, they're magnetic. Straight away I know here's what's going to happen with me. I'm going to get pissed off that they exist. So there are 5 of these spikes in total. Guess what? I will probably lose them if I move this piece, like even moving it from place to place. So that's right, they're going back in the box. Now, Gaara's pretty big for this scale. I mean, it doesn't feel like 1/6, it feels more like a 1/5 body because here's a 1/4. 1/6 usually is a lot smaller. Nice long peg. And really heavy base, so keys them perfectly. Let's further get the angle in. No, well, okay, perfect fit. I just have to really angle it back here. Would not have figured that out. Nice. Now it's a perfect fit. Okay, put on his shirt. Well, cloak. And the other one on this side. And the angle is very, very specific. So boom. So this isn't touching the effect piece over here, but the angle is pretty damn tight to get this in the gourd and then to get this magnet into the base. The reason this base had to be really heavy is so it can support the weight of this thing. But this Shukaku hand is pretty insanely awesome. And geez, this thing is huge and gorgeous. Holy shit. Wow. What I love about Ryu Studio, to be honest, and this is, I have the Ichigo that we just looked at a couple days ago, and then now I'm looking at Gaara. In all honesty, what I love about Ryu Studio is they have very fantastic attention to detail. There's a lot of thought that goes into their sculpting. Look at the way from the base to the gourd has beautiful engineering is really top notch too. Everything fits perfectly. The gourd wraps around the effect piece. The skirts, his costume's flared up. The intention of the pose and his hands. He's controlling the sand, which is beautiful. And look at the intention of the thought process behind the sculpt, because the sand comes from the gourd that forms Shukaku's hand. He's summoning his power and then reaches around behind and comes up with this big hand claw, which is what you see from the tanuki. And I mean, the use of negative space, the way it is designed, I think as far as Gaara goes, Hex Gaara is going to be very, very beautiful because of the full tanuki, but 1/8, the character is really small, and that thing is huge. But for a 1/6 and how compact this box is and how much you're getting for this and what you paid, to be completely honest, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece that is so... The engineering on this is spot on. No engineering issues, no magnet issues, no clearance issues. Everything's a perfect fit. Now the paint on Shukaku, I kind of feel overall is a little bit flat. Like there could be more contrast. This is a little bit too bland and monotone, but there could be more shadows and more contrast, which they didn't do. but I'm not really going to fault them for that because this was also an older piece, so back then it was a different world. But the sculpt and the engineering on this, the way this thing curves and the indentions and the grooves and the way it sits and all these indentions on the base, the swirl effect of the sand forming into the claws is brilliantly and magnificently executed. I love the use of negative space in between. The main point is this is one pose, right? One pose in your animation. One frame in your animation, right? There's 24 frames a second if you're a film guy like me. This is one frame, and this is going to be your key pose right here, right? There's going to be breakdowns and in-betweens, but then it's going to hit and resolve on this pose to show you how powerful it is. One frame in animation, and they nailed it. The silhouette on this is bang on. It's so good. The silhouette is so good. Everything is framed and the composition of the overall 3D is just amazing. It's well freaking done. And the shadow detail on this cloak, this is just a great piece. There's just so many things better about this. The bigger claw, the bigger scale of Gaara, and he's actually scaled 1/6 correctly, where he's big. Even though he feels a little bit bigger, but this is good. This is good. Anyway, guys, it's a really cool piece. I'm really glad to have it. These are pieces that I never thought I would find because they're Ryu and they're kind of pricey in the aftermarket, or not even that. No one's really selling these if they own it. So these were things that I wasn't going to backtrack to look for it, but the opportunity presented itself, and Mike Castanai, my buddy, we worked it out, man. Anyway, guys, not that much more to go on. Watch our live shows on Fridays. Toss a like, subscribe, tell me to go away, however you want to do it. We're so close to 1K. Thank you everyone for your support. It's been a wild ride. I'll see you guys in the next video.